This is IGN. PlayStation is unlikely to U-turn on its decision to kill discs. Welcome to your IGN Daily Update. But first, Danny McBride has offered up the first details on his new G.I. Joe movie, which he confirms is not a comedy. On the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast, McBride was asked about the status of his G.I. Joe film. The writer confirmed he has a completed script that Paramount appears to be happy with. There are a number of interesting people who are in talks to star in the film, and they're hoping to shoot it next year. It follows Duke and a group of other Joes. There's a town called Springfield that is secretly all Cobra, he said. That's where our film takes place. Although McBride has roots in comedy, he confirmed that this will be a suspenseful action movie. He noted that he has a deep love for the G.I. Joe franchise and actually pitched a Dreadnoks movie to Paramount, but they asked if he would do a proper G.I. Joe movie to revive the IP once more. Whether the new G.I. Joe film tries to do a dramatic subversion remains to be seen, but from McBride's comments, it seems to be playing it pretty straight. The last live-action Transformers movie teased a crossover with G.I. Joe as well, but that has yet to come to fruition. It's unclear if McBride's movie will set the stage for such an event, but it sounds like maybe we could see this film as soon as 2028 if all goes smoothly. The last proper G.I. Joe movie, G.I. Joe Retaliation, was released in 2013 and was received poorly by both fans and critics. A Snake Eyes film was also released in 2021, but was a box office bomb and failed to resonate. And CD Projekt has hailed the success of Cyberpunk 2077, announcing it has now hit the 40 million copies sold mark. That's up 5 million copies from the last time the developer announced Cyberpunk 2077 sales, back in November when it hit 35 million. It's also one of the most dramatic comebacks in video game history. Cyberpunk 2077 suffered a disastrous launch back in 2020, with CD Projekt accused of misleading consumers with its pre-release marketing materials. The game came out in such a terrible state, particularly on consoles, that Sony pulled it from the PlayStation Store. CD Projekt spent years working to improve Cyberpunk 2077, rebuilding trust with its fans. While most consider the studio to have been successful in that, co-CEO Mikhail Novakovsky recently said he thought CD Projekt had yet to complete a full redemption arc. 40 million copies sold shows the incredible lasting strength of Cyberpunk 2077 and is a testament to what CD Projekt does best, creating high-quality immersive stories that keep players returning for years, Novakovsky said in a social media post published on July 3rd. Sony has sparked a backlash for its decision to do away with video game discs on PlayStation consoles from 2028, and the IGN audience's feeling on the matter is crystal clear too. That doesn't just affect PS5 games. Most analysts agree that the PS6 will launch without a disc drive. Reports indicate the next-gen Xbox, codenamed Projekt Helix, will follow suit, although Microsoft is said to be working on a way to digitize physical games in preparation for the move. Only Nintendo, it seems, still believes in true physical media. You know a video game announcement has hit the mainstream when the likes of KFC, Domino's, and even celebrity comedians are dunking on it. As your Fallout 4 companion might have said, everyone disliked that. An IGN poll asking, "Do you support an all-digital gaming future?" has seen over 13,000 respondents so far. 90.2% said no, leaving just 9.8% saying yes. Perhaps these results aren't particularly surprising, and you have to believe Sony knew what was coming when it decided now was the time to rip off the Band-Aid. So why do it at all? What Sony is essentially saying here is that when you zoom out and look at the PlayStation audience overall, digital is the overwhelmingly popular option, and the gap between digital and physical will only get bigger. Piers Harding-Rolls, games industry analyst at Ampere, has said that the data backs this up, and that a lot has changed over the course of the last two generations. Back in 2013, when the PS4 launched, Ampere data shows that only 13% of total full games unit sales for Sony consoles were digital, including digital-only games. Fast forward to 2025, and this digital share of full game purchases stood at almost 80% of the total. Harding Rolls also suggests Sony has money on its mind. Selling games digitally makes games companies more money than selling games in boxes, where publishers take about 50% of the sale price. Sony takes a 30% cut of game sales on the PlayStation Store, leaving 70% for publishers. When PlayStation goes 100% digital from 2028 onwards, the game companies, including Sony, will make more money overall from software sales. All of this is to say, it's unlikely that Sony will change its mind on discs. That's your IGN Daily Update. My name is Tony Jackson, and if you want more news on your favorite games and entertainment topics, make sure to visit us at IGN.com. You can also download our free app on your phone or console and subscribe to our weekly podcasts through the podcast service of your choice.
Spoken Layer.